What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm here to tell you that they were all wrong. For the last 1 week we had such a big fuss about all these summoning events. Why do we get a Geomancer event at the beginning of the week? Why do we get 10x on a 2x? Plarium is trying to dry all our shards. Beware, don't summon this champion, blah blah blah. Now the reason for it, guys, is because everyone thought that Plarium is gonna give us some sort of OP legendary fusion, right? Well, they finally released some news regarding the new fusion that we're gonna get, guys, and I want to tell you they were all wrong. Let's have a quick look at what exactly are they telling us. Hey folks, on Thursday, August the 5th, we're planning to launch a fusion event of a new champion, Mother Cybele, or something like that, whatever you say her name. This is gonna be a classic fusion, guys. Now I do want to specify, if you need help in this specific faction, right? Save your resources, save your gems, save your energy, save your chickens, save whatever you guys have, your potions, get ready for it because it's gonna be a classic fusion, right? So if you don't want to get a legendary champion, we're gonna have 4 different epic champions. I think, I'm not 100% sure, they haven't released information regarding the epic champions just yet. But this is gonna be a Night Revenant champion, legendary support force affinity, guys. This champion will manipulate with swapping HP and revive on that mechanics and should become a good addition to your PvE roster of champs. Her A1 is an AoE attack that will always fill the thermometer and has a chance to place decreased speed on all enemies. Debuff that is always viable, especially on A1. With her A2, she will protect allies with increased defense and revive on that buffs, and this skill is closely connected with her passive. With A3, we present a rather new mechanics of swapping HP with a target ally. This skill will allow you 1 to save your most injured champ and 2 save Mother Cybele if she's close to death. Both Mother Cybele and target ally will benefit from swapping HP, as plenty of positive effects come with this swap. And her passive helps your allies to be healed and have their thermometer filled when Mother Cybele dies or is revived. Oh, and don't forget about her aura, 25% speed in all battles. That's an amazing aura, I want to specify that. The render of this champion, etc, etc, etc. But we're gonna get a new fusion, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a quick look at the champion, guys. I gotta say, she does look pretty familiar, like I've seen it before. Either was in the What's Next in Raid video, either was in some data mine pictures leaked a while ago or something like that, but she looks very familiar, guys. The champion does look dope though. So if you need somebody for the faction wars, for Night Revenants, and just generally a bit of support, she can do some job. Now, because I was talking about that she looks familiar, guys, like, doesn't she look familiar with this? Man, she does look familiar with this. Alice in Wonderland, no? Or something like that. Look at them. They're like sisters. The dresses, they're so similar. They're just kind of missing the face a bit. The face doesn't match as much and the hair, but rather than that, they look very, very familiar, man. I think that's where they got inspired from. Now, let's have a quick look at the skills, guys. What this champion can do. Is it worth it for us to go out there to get the fusion? If not, probably, hopefully, we're gonna have some decent epics in there, right? So her A1, Mask of Dread, attacks all enemies, 25% chance to land decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Also, fills this champion's thermometer by 15%. So that means that we're going to be able to land decreased speed AoE. It's not 100% chance. And because of it, it's not as great as it may sound. Yeah, having decreased speed on the A1 is an awesome thing. I see it helpful for the Doom Tower, helpful for faction wars, especially on the last boss with the minions there. Overall, it's not a bad debuff to have. The only oof with her, guys, is her affinity, right? Force affinity for stage 21 in Night Revenants is not a great thing, considering what waves we have there, right? Valkyries, Martyrs. I feel like it's gonna be a big oof with her there, but as long as we do have that revive on that, increased defense is alright. Now do remember that the boss in Faction Wars steals buffs, right? Especially the last boss, probably where the majority of you guys are stuck on, right? So the boss steals buffs. Having a lot of champions that buff, they're not great for that boss unless you're going in full manual and you're timing it with the boss, right? To make sure he uses the skill, and afterwards you come in with the buffs if needed. It can help a bit, but not like out of the ordinary. I don't see her amazing for the Doom Tower. You could possibly run a different champion that revives and heals as well and buffs, but it's not a bad option. Honestly, I'm not sure how good will A3 be. Honestly, that's something that we actually gotta test out. Sorry, my light kind of went crazy a bit here. I'm not sure what exactly happened, guys. I do apologize for that. But the main idea is, coming back to my pretty face in full light, her A2 places a revive on that buff and a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's on a 6-turn cooldown, not booked. So as long as you don't have the books for this champion, she has insanely long cooldowns. I don't really see it as helpful as epic champions, right? Her A3 is a new mechanic, how they described, uncanny transfer. Swaps HP with an ally. So yeah, it's gonna swap HP with one of your allies, not one of the enemies. If this champion's HP is equal to or higher than the target's after the swap, fills this champion's turn meter by 40%, places a 30% increased speed buff on this champion for 2 turns, and places a block damage buff on the target ally for 1 turn. Now, I'm not sure what exactly is gonna determine which one of our allies is the target. The one with the lowest HP, the one with the higher HP, swaps HP with an ally. It doesn't specify how that kind of works with the lowest HP, the highest HP, or you select which one, or is a random one. I feel like is either a mistake in the text here, not describing it better, either I'm missing something. Either one of them is a possibility. Then, if this champion's HP is lower than the target after the swap, fills the target's turn meter by 40%, places a 30% increased speed buff on them for 2 turns, and places a block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn. Also places 2 15% continual heal buffs on this champion for 2 turns. So basically, guys, if her HP is higher, she's gonna get buffs, she's gonna get more turn meter, while the ally is gonna get block damage, and she will help to keep that ally alive. If it's the other way around, the ally is gonna get buffs and she's gonna get the block damage plus continuous heal to actually help her to stay alive as well. But that's on a 6-turn cooldown as well. So these skills fully booked, they're not gonna get lower than 4 turn, right? Like, I'll be well surprised to see that either one of them is gonna be on a 3-turn cooldown. I'm 100% sure none of them will. Then her A4, Grave Walker, fully heals the ally with the lowest HP whenever this champion is killed. So she needs to die in order to fully heal a champion. Then heals all ally by 20% of their max HP and fills their turn meter by 15% whenever this champion is revived. So that's kind of like what they meant. It comes hand in hand with the passive, her A2 with the passive, right? So revive on that. It might happen that she's not gonna die. Then her passive is kind of like meh, you know, if she doesn't die, because you would want to build her pretty tanky, right? Like, for her to be able to carry the rest of your team in, to be able to buff that revive on that constantly, to swap the HP and constantly to heal the team. If you make her the squishiest in the team and she's gonna die, I don't really see how she's gonna help you as much as another epic champion that can revive and heal generally. So honestly, guys, I don't know how I feel about this fusion. I definitely don't feel like it's something to be like, wow. So probably it's gonna be one of those fusions that's kind of like a skip, you know? If you don't need her for Faction Wars, man, I really feel like on my free-to-play account, honestly, I don't think I'll be trying to go for it. I started new the account, so I might not even stand a chance to actually get it done because it's a classic fusion. But man, I really feel like this champion, she won't really be game-changing for a new account, you know? Like, I'll rather just invest the resources and build a core team around it rather than try to get this champion. Honestly, like, I'm not messing around. Maybe I'm missing something with this champion at the moment, but I really feel like she's not gonna be great material for progression, especially that we don't have the books to fully book her, you know? And the long cooldowns, they're kind of like throwing me off completely. So my own opinion, guys, I think this is gonna be a massive skip overall. I'll definitely be looking to get some of the epic champions. I do hope, considering that she's kind of like meh, some of the epic champions, they're gonna be amazing. At least some of you guys will be able to put your hand on a nice epic champion. Do let me know in the comments down below, guys, what do you think of this champion? Any of you guys kind of like excited for it, or you agree with me that she's kind of like meh and she kind of deserves a skip? Appreciate all of you guys watching. Keep an eye later on for the free-to-play day 3 video, guys, and appreciate you all again. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.